YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Yeah, everybody good, man? Y'all being safe out there, man? It's winter time. I mean, I'm down here in the south, man. Not really seeing too much winter down here, knock on wood. Shoot, not really seeing it. It's like cloudy and windy and a little bit of rain. It might get a little cold, but we're not really seeing no winter down here. You know, I think right now it's like 60, 70 degrees. It's crazy. But it's all good, man. Y'all just be safe out there. This video here, man, I'm talking about the last video I made. I was talking about you know, guys who want to get their authority, and like, I don't want to deter guys, I don't want to scare guys on building an empire, you know, but just understand, if you really want it, you can do it. Don't listen to me, you know. But I would say for somebody who want to get their authority, it's something you got to do at an early age. You pretty much can't have no life, you know. You pretty much can't be married, you can't have no girlfriend. And if it's your dream at 21 to get your authority, well, work on that. So that way by age 30, you want to have a fleet of trucks, because it's going to take some work. It's going to take some sacrifice. You ain't going to have no life. But the rewards are great. You know, the rewards are great. Because, you know, you get your, you know, for example, if you 21, 22, 23 years old, go to truck driving school, get your CDL, run with a company for about a year or two, experience all the company driver shit, learn how to run a truck first, like learn how to drive the truck, you know, get the backing down, get the logbooks down, get the regulations down, get all that bullshit out the way. Then, you know, if you want to go ahead and get a truck, go ahead and do that. You know, you can do a lease purchase, or go out there and save and put money down on the truck, and put that truck on with a company, and then learn how to do it. Or you can do like Golden Child. Do like Golden Child. Do that shit for about 2-3 months and get your authority. Get your authority cold turkey. Just like Golden Child, I wouldn't recommend that. But Golden Child got money. So not everybody got money like that. But to jump cold turkey in your authority is... Now, I don't mind jumping cold turkey into a lease purchase program, but not no fucking authority. That's another whole nother ball game. But yeah, so, you know, cause my videos are about inspiring, motivating people to get their own shit, and have some power, some leverage against these companies. Because, you know, there's like a battle between the contractor and the big company. We in competition. Although as a contractor, they may hire me to do a job, to contract some work for me to do a job. I appreciate it, but at the same time, we in cahoots with each other. And the only way we're gonna get ahead with these companies, and the only power that as a one-man business, is to have your equipment paid for. Because, you know, when your carrier throw a load at you, and it's a low ball load at you, if you don't want to pull it, you don't have to pull it. Now, when you got a truck note and got all these expenses, they can throw all kind of bullshit at you. You got to take it. You got to move that truck for something, you know, and you got to get that equipment paid for. But here's the deal. I got off subject. This is not what that video is about. This video is about the pros of leasing on to a company. This is the pros. Like everybody know, I'm leased on with Schneider. Is it the best company in the world? No, I mean it's all right. It's you know, it's a company. They got freight. They got the load board, so it's all good. As a matter of fact, where my tablet at? I was looking at loads a while ago because I'm trying to find some loads for next week. Not next week, but tomorrow. Because I got a load picking up tomorrow, and I'm trying to get myself booked up for the week, and I don't really see nothing. And like, I just got my phone right here. See there? See? That's loads. See, I can just scroll and look at loads. So like with Schneider, I can just sit here. I could be at a restaurant. I can be on the toilet. I can be shopping somewhere and just be like, ooh, look at that load pen. Good. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to subject. When you lease on with a company, there are pros to it. Like I'm leased on with Schneider, and like they got a lot of pros when you a small business owner and you contracting with a big company like Schneider. For example, fuel. Buying fuel through Schneider, like I said before in all my other videos, like right now the fuel discount with Schneider is about 21 cents a gallon right now. I say for the last 3 months it's been about 20 cents off per gallon. Now we have to go to a pilot, and usually the pilots that I go to, they're usually in South Carolina. So South Carolina fuel is already cheap, and then on top of that, it's 20 cents off that price. So if fuel is $2.30 a gallon, I get it for $2.10 retail price. They didn't even take out IFTA yet. So after IFTA, I'm probably looking at $1.90, $1.95, 97, 98 a gallon or something like that after the South Carolina fuel tax. Okay, so that's the deal. Fuel, cheap fuel, buying it through a carrier, a big carrier like Schneider, because they buy fuel. They buy tons of fuel every fucking day. Like if you had your own authority and you go in the pilot, and you can't go in there and negotiate a fuel discount with one fucking truck. Really? Another example. The resources that you have available when you leased onto a carrier. Parking. Schneider's got terminals and drop yards all over the fucking country. Alright? You can find somewhere to park. Like a lot of times when I go to major cities, Schneider has a terminal in a big city. Okay? They got a terminal in Atlanta. They got a terminal, either a terminal or a drop yard of some kind in a lot of big cities. So instead of going to a pilot, I'll check and see if Schneider has a terminal or a drop yard in that area. I'll go and park at the drop yard, and usually it's safe. You got bathrooms, you got showers. A lot of Schneider terminals, they got a cafeteria in there. You can go eat, and it's a bunch of drivers in there. You can be social, talk, and lollygag with other drivers. You can't do that when you got your own authority. Now you got to decide whether getting your own authority is worth not having all that shit. Maintenance. A lot of shops work on contractors' trucks. Some shops don't. Some shops do. At some of these Schneider shops, you know the labor rate on the work on your truck is, I've seen labor rate as low as $70 an hour to go to a Schneider terminal to get your truck worked on. Okay? Parts. like to get parts like oil, tires, you name it. Since I have a Freightliner and Schneider has a bunch of fucking Freightliners in their fleet, I know I can go in there and get a damn good price on a radiator, tires, oil, you name it. Like for a gallon of oil, if I go in there to Schneider to get some oil, it's like $6. Now, there have been plenty of times where I go in there to get a gallon of oil. It's free. The guy I tell him my truck number at the service desk, and I'll be like, yeah, man, I need some oil. He just reach over and hand it to me. All right, appreciate it. You know what I mean? Free oil. Now, I only did it about 3 times, and they gave me like a gallon of oil. So, in the course of a year, what is that, like $18? You know? So, but the ideal, you have that support available. When you got your own authority, when you got your own authority, you out there on that road on your own. You are on your fucking own. You don't have no maintenance department. Like with Schneider, I can call up the maintenance department. Even though I'm responsible of repairing the truck, I can call Schneider maintenance department to give me a heads up and let me know, okay, give me a list of shops that Schneider's done business with and that they trust, and I can get a good Schneider labor rate on a shop that's not Schneider. Terminals, showers, got somewhere to park, and not even that, the guys that work in Schneider shops at the terminals, they're good guys. They're just good guys to me. Those guys are just nice guys. Like, there have been times when I had like a few issues with my truck, and I went into the shop and I just picked some of the mechanics' brain, you know, and asked them questions about the truck, you know, and like he'll have like 2 or 3 guys behind me, and like I'm asking the guy, okay, you know, this and that, asking questions about the truck, this and that, and he's like, nah, man, you got to do this and this. I'm like, oh, okay. And then sometimes the mechanic, he'll come out and look at the truck and give me a free diagnosis. You know, you can't go to Freightliner, take your truck to Freightliner, talking about getting a free diagnostic. Like, you know, for a mechanic to come out and just take a look at your truck and say, hey, that's $100. But I can come up here to Schneider and be like, hey, man, I got this issue going on with my truck. And he'll come out and take a look at it. It's just 5 minutes, but you can't get that in a lot of shops. You know what I mean? Some of the small independent shops, but not no Freightliner. Like, if it's a small independent shop, a lot of them guys, they cool. They be like, yeah, man, you gotta fix that turbo, man. Yeah, that's a turbo issue. You know, bring it on in, man. What else? Tires. Yeah, I mean, through Schneider, I can get a damn good rate on some fucking tires. Like, we talking about half off on tires. You know, I can get good brand name tires, Bridgestones, Goodyear, Michelin's for about $300 to $400 per tire. But yeah, man, there's a lot of pros to leasing on with a company. And a lot of guys be like, oh man, do your own IFTA. Huh? Man, I got enough to do. keeping up with the booking loads and all this shit. I got enough to do. I can't imagine getting my own fucking authority. I know guys do it, but is the money that much more when you got your own truck and trailer? Cause you out on your own. You're on your own. Anything go wrong with that truck and trailer is on you, and you gotta have plenty of money to put. You gotta have plenty of money put back. But yeah, man, this video about 15 minutes long, man. Just a little discussion on the benefits and the pros and cons of having your authority, and the pros and cons of being leased on with a carrier, you know, there are pros and cons, you know, because, you know, you get to do what you want to do. Because when you are leased on, it's almost like you're an employee, but not really. Not really. Because you do have to follow your carrier's rules. If you leased on with US Express or Schneider or whatever, you do got to follow their rules. But I can do what the hell I want to do. If I want to bobtail to Texas and back, I can do it. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Now, you know, should I do that? No, but it's just the idea that you could do it if you wanted to. But yeah, man, I talked long enough, man. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.